sets for it.
Yeah,
However,
exactly.
the Fox has been locked in pretty much for Sig here. So it is going to be Fox versus Duck Hunt. I'm not entirely sure about this matchup because I don't see very much Duck Hunt. However, based on what I've seen from like Xanadu tournaments, I do see on occasion Zini versus one of the Duck Hunt names. It used to be Guy, and you know that now we have like other Duck Hunts that are also really good there. So
Is it Courage, I think?
yes, Courage.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, and so Courage's set his set attack play is so good, and I've kind of been seeing a little bit of that from D-Twizy as well. So no surprise here that he's going to probably give Sig a run for his money, so to speak. There's no money, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is definitely going to be interesting. One of the big things about this is the reflector, right? So it kind of invalidates down B. And obviously, if he throws out down B, he doesn't want to be in between the down B guy and Fox because then he gets hit with the reflector gun. So as long as he stays behind it and lets the guy take his own hit, well, then he might actually have a chance to like get in after.
Right.
However, the down B is really nice from Fox. The reflector is going to be a lot more than just that. It's against Can. It's against the Clay Pigeon. It's a force to be reckoned with in this matchup. Oh, wow.
I could be wrong, but I think D-Twizy has been hit by his King slightly more this game.
Okay.
Than I don't know, just by like watching whenever.
No, that's interesting.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know.
He almost hits Sig with that hand though as well. And now a little bit of pressure on him. He gets a grab after a couple jabs. I'm interested to see. So it is very smart of like Sig to just kind of like hold the reflector. He knows that there's going to be some options here. And
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
it just means that he's not able to like really pressure the ledge as much as he wants, right? He's kind of forced into that option, and sure, he's hoping that like a reflected can will hit Twizy, but at the same time, like you can't always rely on that too much. You want to be able to do your own thing.
He's not going off stage, which is probably just the smartest thing to do. And he's
for sure. It just means he can't do things like down smash on ledge or do a couple two-frame options that he wants. It just means that he's stuck reflecting. Okay, taking a little bit of back throw. Not for long though. He's not off stage for very long. Obviously, like he's high illusioning. He doesn't really feel like he's being threatened by that. I think if D-Twizy wants to really challenge that high illusion, just go for like a strong up air. We saw him doing it earlier in this bracket, and I think it was working against some of their matchups. But he's got to challenge that high illusion.
Yeah, and I definitely think he's able to. I think he just caught him off guard.
Oh, yeah. Right. Again, like Sig doing the right thing. He's just expecting, but this time a little bit of like up there poking above ledge. It seems like D-Twizy is making a couple good adjustments. Wow, very nice. Just before the Clay Pigeon gets shot, he runs up and up smashes. What a pickup. So you saw he still got hit with the Clay Pigeon shot afterwards. So that was a frame-tight approach. That was crazy. That was actually really smart. Really smart to say. I love that actually. That's so cool. Like he's like, I'm gonna take some hits for this, but I will absolutely seal the deal. It doesn't even matter to me. That's crazy. All right, let's go. We're gonna battle. This makes sense. He wants to feel a little distracted.
I think he's practicing Pikachu.
Yeah, so he was playing Pikachu even after he won game one earlier too. So this is something that I did see from him as well. The Pikachu is pretty interesting, and against the Duck Hunt, I'm sure like it makes sense here on Battlefield for sure, but it just means that he's not able to use the reflector. He's got to find other ways to use the projectiles that D-Twizy is throwing against him. I guess that makes sense. So one T-Jolt will just knock out the down guy.
Yeah, that's true. And I think he's like going out on a leg here. I think he's realizing that perhaps Pikachu, aside from practicing him, Pikachu can probably rush down Duck Hunt better than Fox can. Right. Just because
and edge guard.
Pikachu's Pikachu. But,
right, and edge guard. So it's like obviously Pikachu is just slightly smaller than Fox. you have a great down air spike. So we saw him going for it, and because there is no hitbox on the up air, or up B rather, from Duck Hunt, he's able to challenge that pretty effectively. And if he's able to find his mark, like that's easy stuff. Like,
Also, I wanted to go back to that cool can earlier on the Twitter platform.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think that's a really smart. Oh no, so he doesn't hit himself with the thunder. His drift actually prevented that, so he doesn't get the pop-up that he needs.
Was that an accident or was that intentional?
I think the down B, it seemed like it was intentional because I've seen like the Law and other Pikachus do it, because not only does it like stall your fall, but it also pops you up when you get hit with your own thunder. If you don't though, you just kind of fall.
Yeah.
So I think that's just one of the things that kind of shows that he's still working on the Pikachu. He's still got to figure out like, okay, if I'm going to use that as like an offstage stalling technique, that's something that you have to be ready for.
Okay, like that. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh no, but he's going in with he's getting a little too greedy. I think he's going for like a dash attack. He's like, okay, dash attack is something that I wouldn't really want to use like that often early for sets, right? It's a kill option. And if you're using it too much or relying on it too much here, it's just like, it's not the right kind of conditioning you're looking to do in a match like this. But, I mean, he seems to be going for it pretty hard. I think going in with, like, one of the Pikachu's long-lasting multi-hit aerials, I think is usually the play, especially against Duck Hunt because, sure, you don't want to get hit with, like, the can or something like that, but... it's too bad. Like, obviously, he just bounced the can off of his head with the forward air. Oh. Okay, nice pickup. Very nice. Good up smash on the top platform. Obviously, that's a pretty fast up smash. See, there it is.
Yeah, now using it.
And it's like, I don't know if it's staled at this point, but it is something that's like, you can't
it's definitely something that I would probably use at like near the end of it.
For sure, like in those situations, right? Good use of the dash attack, but again, it seems like D-Twizy hasn't really figured out how to counter against it just yet. Wow.
Yeah, I think it's
nice.
Yeah, I think it's more so that like I think Pikachu's advantage state versus Duck Hunt is probably like way more impressive than Fox's. So I think that was probably like even like I said before, even if he was just practicing, it was probably just like a better matchup there.
Right. Too. That's kind of what we expected. Yeah. I'm assuming this is best of 5 now. Yeah.
Yeah,
we are in best of 5 now because this is Winter Sims. So no surprise there. Going back to Battlefield, it's interesting. So what I've noticed that D-Twizy has been doing in this, at least in that last game, I don't know if it's been present throughout the set. Going to Min. Here we go.
Yeah. The character roulette. Oh, Yoshi.
Okay, Yoshi. Nice. So that's probably the counter to Min. I can see that. But no, what he's doing when he's like trying to approach back to ledge as Duck Hunt, he's like using the down B and trying to like put that pressure on. Obviously, the way that Sig got that kill was by disrespecting that and saying, okay, while you're in the end, like calling your down B guy, like I'm just gonna go out with forward. Here we have the Min. This is really cool. Like, I'm saying, not the Min. I'm just saying, like, it's cool that he's playing a different character.
Yes, yeah.
The Min, definitely not cool.
Right, yeah.
Definitely not cool. But I'm wondering, like, D-Twizy, I don't know, like, if this is sort of like a true matchup thing, or if he's just like, he was going to pick Yoshi anyway. I don't know. So far, though, this is kind of tough. So I think it's a good pick here because he has the armor on the double jump. Gives him more safety when he approaches back to ledge. He's going to need that against Min, but at the same time, I don't know, like...
Because a lot of how Min kills is by getting you in that situation off stage, so...
Yeah, for sure. And if he's able to, like, use that effectively, like, great. But his aerial mobility can at least, like, floating and catching. Unfortunately, it doesn't send him at the right angle.
Oh, now it does.
Never mind. We're good. That's all good.
Yeah.
Sends out the taunt, too. I love it. All right, so that's pretty sick. So I like it. You know, he's going for the punish on the tether grab, which is super cool. Because you need to do that. Obviously, tether grab's kind of like, you know, they're low-key busted until you actually send something out there that's like long-lasting enough to catch them. And then he, of course, gets the pickup with the forward air. That's kind of key here because the down air alone is not enough. And now he gets the tether yet again, low percent spike. I think the down B is, I think it's definitely like a bit of a crutch, which he's relying on now, right? Ah, okay. The reflector. I hate the reflector. Yeah, so he's using it to fall through platforms. Right, the down B getting him through the platform, but I don't know if that's like the right option here because it's so.
Yeah, I wouldn't. It's all. I feel like a lot of. I don't know. Maybe it's a personal thing that like down airs in general that like send you down like that. They're not good for trying to get back onto the stage because they can just get called out, especially by Min Min who like can wait for you like to do it. And then,
for sure. Yeah, he's got to find his approach angles a little bit stronger. Now this could be dead. Oh, he sent his jump, so he's okay. I was wondering if he actually got the jump with that egg throw, but he did not. So now Min Min going to continue to do things. He's got the megawatt. That's a lot of damage. Like that's a lot of damage. Good back air though. He actually approaches with it and you know, able to do something here. Only 40%. He's heavy, right? You know, you're pretty heavy, so he's able to do something good. He's sticking with the megawatt though. I'm surprised by that. Usually he's like, you know, you want to switch something up, go to the ram, maybe double dragon laser. You really want to like flex with him. But now the power up on the grab, this could be dangerous. He's got the dragon laser powered up. This is time for him to die, unfortunately. Yeah. And that's kind of what you'd expect from him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of what you expect. Hey, you know?
Yeah, sorry, no, I was just caught off guard.
People be popping off. Honestly,
Yeah.
I've been seeing so many pop-ups today.
That might have been